EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
180! 180!
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Tremont Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
3 down, 180! 180! Hey, no, look, we got.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Double tight. Hey, guys, check me out. Black 80!
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. No, 319! 319!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And incomplete to open things up. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Over.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
That's what I'm talking about, D. Spell it right!
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
319.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 319.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
319. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Jumbo. 48.
Now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go, here we go. Wait.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down.
Here we go. Black 80.
This is Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
By 20.
They run with Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Black 80! Point 80!
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
We got 4.
Garoppolo now. And it'll be intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Let's go.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
3 down. Hey.
No. 319!
Check 37.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
319!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Nick Perry with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
26!
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. on is Mason Crosby for the point after.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
3 down. By 20.
They go play action here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Nice pick.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Touchdown, Packers! Randall Cobb, 49 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
4 down.
No. 3-19.
To throw is Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Rodgers to throw on second down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. Rodgers now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
4 down.
Green 18. Green 18.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on second down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Green 18.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field.
4 down.
Blue 58. Green 19.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44, that's nothing for him.
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it.
There you go.
You don't like the McCourty thing, though.
No, I do like that. If that happens, you're Nostradamus.
There you go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch right. I'm going to come.
Green 18.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Blue 58.
51's Mike. Mike's 51. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Blue 15.
Now Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Packers add on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 21-0.
And the Packers will be kicking off. Number 13, waiting to return.
Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
And my goodness, another interception. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
319.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
To throw on second down, Rodgers. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Hey. 4 down. 4 down. 4 down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
319. 319.
We got 4.
319.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Single. Watch 17. Watch 17.
Now a play fake. Rodgers rolling to his left. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
The Packers will kick this one off. Number 13, back to return.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Breida, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Here's Breida, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The 49ers is lined up for the kickoff. Number 11, the deep return man.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. More now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Rodgers going to throw.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
And that is incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got three down.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. I was just confused on that one. I had 3rd down written. It said 3rd down on the scoreboard. Do you think the sideline lost track? Maybe they thought it was 4th?
Something went haywire, and I'll admit it, I've lost track of downs before, but I'm not the one calling plays. I'm not the one keeping track here. They have to know this. And look, I love my football north of the border as much as anyone, but here it's 4 downs. All right, I can't believe they tried it that way and then went ahead and faked it as well. Nothing doing.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Over.
Foot down. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now the Niners get there and bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tight, double tight. We got four.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Watch tight end. Four down. Alert.
Here we go.
They run again with Breida. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, 4 down.
They run for it with Breida. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey.
No.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Tight on the right.
Hey, Mike.
Hey.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 14 yards. And the Packers continue to roll. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. Doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Perry coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
3 down, 3 down.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Interception, baby, all day, all day. Ow! That's what I'm talking about, baby. All day. That's what I'm talking about, all day, baby, all day. Yeah, good job, good job.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Finding room inside the 40.
Watch the safety creep.
A big run there by Jones. 48 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Steps away.
Here we go.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play, he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Even. 4 down.
319.
Rodgers now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And the Packers are pouring it on. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Crosby on now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey.
Move it up, fellas.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they try the right side here, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 60 yards. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
The 49ers is lined up for the kickoff. Number 11, waiting to return.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And now the Packers get set to go. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Green 18. Over.
A give to Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Blue 58.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
We got 4.
Green 18. Hey, check 26.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And it is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Watch 10.
Garoppolo on 1st down.
Let's go.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Strong left. Hey, come on.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He's to the 10. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there, taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
Double tight. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
The 49ers will be kicking off. Number 11, back to return.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Watch Mike.
His throw incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He'll buy some time right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Hey.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Inside. 318.
The give is to Jones. Got some real estate inside the 30, and he gets this one down to the 24. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action here on first down. Malcolm Smith in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Packers on third down. A very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
319. 319.
Wide, get wide.
We are going.
51.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
I'll send you. Here we go.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
4 down.
By 20.
First man through. It's the fullback use check. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Now a handoff looking right.
He's mine.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
Watch tight end. 4 down.
I'll send you. Here we go. Hurry up.
Now they'll run on the draw. And a loose football. And this is going to be Packer football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself...
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Green 18. Zoom. Zoom.
51's a mic. 51's
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.